Good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the International Webinar Series on Holistic Health, Well-being and Sustainable Development 2026, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 78 years of independence and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030 and Viksit Bharat at 2047. As part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India, Sri Research Institute Center for Arts, Sciences and Wellbeing. Before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
So with the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's commemorations and celebrations. Today is commemorated as International Rescue Cat Day on March 2nd, which is observed every year. There are a lot of homeless cats on the streets just waiting for a day like this where people will come to take off the streets and adopt them as a member of their families. To adopt a cat, you just need to visit a pet adoption agency. And after the agency does their due diligence and everything checks out, they then go ahead with the adoption. Most domesticated cats are valued by humans for companionship, especially by people who work from home and people who live in apartments. Today is also commemorated as Gaum History and Chamorro Heritage Day in Gaum on March 2nd, which is on first Monday in March every year. And most of us may be aware that Guam is a former Spanish colony. Others may recognize it as the home of several US military bases. But what many don't know is the story of Ireland itself. The incredible people, culture, and heritage. Guam is the largest island in Micronesia and home to the indigenous Chamorro people. Over centuries of colonialism and turmoil, the songs, language, and the soul of Chamorro lie forgotten. But Guam history and Chamorro Heritage Day reclaim some of these lost narratives. It is a day of traditional song, dance, food, and storytelling, and isn't just a celebration of Chamorro identity, but provides a vision for their future. Today is also commemorated as American Citizenship Day on March 2nd in Puerto Rico, which is observed every year. It is a public holiday to commemorate the day the Puerto Ricans were granted US citizenship in 1970. On this day, President Woodrow Wilson signed the Jones-Shafroth Act and granted statutory US citizenship to the residents of Puerto Rico. This week is also commemorated as Women in Aviation Week from March 2nd to 8th in US, celebrated annually during the week of March 8th, and this year it will be held from March 2nd to 8th. The aviation industry consists of various activities and industries relating to aircraft and air traffic control. Most aircraft in aviation are utilized for air travel or military welfare. Women of Aviation Worldwide is a global aviation awareness week held for women and young girls to commemorate the issuance of the first female pilot license, which took place in 1910. WAW is also a means to address gender discrimination in the aviation industry. Today is also commemorated as Read Across America Week from March 2nd to 6th in US. It begins on the birthday of beloved author Dr. Seuss. The entire month of March, in fact, is dedicated to reading. The National Education Association, NEA, aims to encourage reading and educate people about its benefits, especially among children and young adults. Events are organized across the nation by schools and organizations to promote the same. Today is also commemorated as Newspaper in Education Week from March 2nd to 6th, which is celebrated every year during the first full week of March. This year it will be marked from March 2nd to 6th. Newspapers in Education is Young Reader Development Initiative that involves the use of newspapers in schools for purposes of improving literacy and developing a reading culture amongst children. During this week, several different events are held in schools by educations to use newspapers in classrooms. Numerous newspapers participate in this program by providing newspapers and other resources to local schools and helping organize events and activities for the same. Today is also commemorated as National School Breakfast Week from March 2nd to 6th in US. During the first full week in March to raise awareness about one of the largest welfare programs of the US government. Experts say breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and the federal government agrees ever since its inception in 1996. The school breakfast program has served billions of free and nutritious meals to students from all economic backgrounds. Throughout the week, teachers organize exciting contests, and the school cafeterias are adorned with special menus and decorations to mark the inception of this great welfare program. Today is also commemorated as National School Breakfast Week from March 2nd to 6th in US, which takes place during the first week in March to raise awareness about one of the largest programs of US government. This week is also commemorated as National Cheerleading Week from March 2nd to 8th in US, celebrated every year first week in March during the National Cheerleading Safety Month, and this year it takes place this week. It is an important week-long event dedicated to acknowledging and celebrating the sacrifices and contributions of cheer athletes to the sports world. The significant holiday, a brainchild of Linda Lundy, a former coach, choreographer, and judge, was founded in 2005. It also lends focus to reorienting and changing the misconception about cheerleading not being a real sport. It is cheerleading, isn't just some fancy activity featuring smoking hot dogs, flaunting their stuff, and screaming their lungs out. It's dynamic and honorable sport. This week is also commemorated as National Butchers Week from March 2nd to 8th in US, focusing demonstrating a high quality of which also conducts competitions through social media to highlight the work of butchers around the UK. This week is also commemorated as British Pie Week from March 2nd to 8th in 2026 in UK. Falls in the first week of March. Pies has been in existence since about 2000 BC and have been loved by the British since the 12th century. Just a British pastry rolling company, invented this week in 2007, and it has been celebrated annually since then. It is a perfect opportunity to indulge in your favorite pie without worrying about the cost or calories. Pick up your fork and dig in. If you are making your own pies, work on getting the crust as flaky as possible. So with this, we shall end today's commemorations. Thank you everyone for joining us in today's commemorations and celebrations. We request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form that has been raised in the form of polls. See you all tomorrow at the same time with the same joining link. Take care. Good night.